Hello there everyone, welcome back. So you guys recognize what this is. This is the new Belle Hotel, and I had absolutely no plans of remodeling this, but Alyssa over at Sims Therapy thought it would be a great idea to collab on this. Well, it ends up being a great idea, but let me tell you, while I tried to remodel this into an actual house, there was a lot of texting, a lot of cursing on my part, and a lot of stress. As you know, when I do these remodels, even the commercial ones like the hotels, the coffee shop, the produce market, I always try to turn them into regular houses, and I don't change the walls. I may take off a top floor, I may take out a basement, but with what I leave there, I use what's there and I don't change the walls. So that was the problem. Looking at this, just looking at where the rooms are, first of all, they did a great job making the hotel. I do not like the exterior at all. I think it's completely ugly, but the interior is wonderful. I think it's beautiful. They put everything in just the right places. It actually looks like a small hotel in here. When you look at the third floor, if you're looking at it through someone's eyes like mine, who knows they're not going to be changing walls when they remodel it, it looks like hell. I mean, that's the best word I can come up with. So I was looking at the layout itself, and I was thinking, the first thing I want to do is to see if a regular roof would go on this, because really I knew if I took off that top level, which I had every intention of doing because of all the mess up there, you know, not being able to turn it into a regular house up there on the third floor, I knew that the house would turn into a box if I took this third floor off. But I just didn't see any way. That would have been fine right there to make two different bedrooms. But then you have this long hallway that cuts it, and then you have these two. And to me, it just wouldn't make sense as a family home. So like I said, I had every intention of taking this third floor off. The problem is, when I did that, it turned the house into even more of a box. But when I come back, you'll see what I've done with the after, and you'll see, even though it still sort of looks like a box, it looks a lot better. Okay, so here is the after, and let's take one more look at the before. You can see I took the top floor off, and it was a disaster. You should have seen this house after I took that top floor off. I was horrified, and I almost gave up on the remodel. I really did. And then I happened to think about these bay windows and how I could give it more dimension that way and make it into a craftsman style house. And even though it is sort of still a box, those windows do give it a lot more dimension. Also note, I completely took out everything but the pool here. I love that pool. I think it's beautiful. And I decorated it for a family to live here. So that's the mom. She's actually talking to her husband. He's overseas at the moment. She's home alone with their little baby. And over on the other side, I've added the coffee shop bar. So there's lots of workspace and eating space outside. And I think those two sets match the patio really, really nicely. And you can see I've chosen the light wood and then left the pool outline in a lighter color. So let's go in the house and take a look. But first, you can see here how I've made it sort of the craftsman style. And it has some curb appeal, it has some flowers. I put some of those beautiful lanterns out front, those light posts. Now we're going to go inside. Now remember, this was one big wide open space, and I don't change the walls. And if you've been a subscriber for really any length of time at this point, you know that I have a terrible time of decorating large rooms. So we'll just take it section by section of what used to be the hotel lobby. You see the stairs there? I've tucked a bookshelf behind it. There's a reason for that, and you'll see that when we go upstairs. I think it's a beautiful little living room area, and I put the harp there in the alcove. And then over here on the other side of the front section of this room, I've put the library. And since I had 4 very large corners to fill with this room, I thought that was a great way to break up the space. And then as we head toward the kitchen, you see the rolling cart there with the wall decor above it. And then in this corner, you have the actual kitchen area, the stove right there. You can cook and look out at the pool. And I just think this looks realistic. I love this kitchen. You have the double oven over there and the coffee maker and the fridge. And then I put this beautiful kitchen island here. And I like to pretend that those towels and that little set there is dish soap and hand soap. I just think that's fitting. And then over here in the other corner of the room, you have the dining area where I've used the farmhouse set. And then I've also taken some more kitchen cabinets over here and made like a little buffet where underneath you could store table linens. So that's the dining area, and along this wall as well you have your spice rack and some aprons. And then for what used to be one of the restrooms, I've used as a pantry here, a big wide open walk-in pantry. And then for the other, we have the laundry room. It's got the first aid kit there, washer and dryer, a sink, and the clothes hamper. So that's this side of the first floor. So we'll look at it from this angle. It's just such a huge room. So let's go over here on the other side of the kitchen through this doorway. And I've put in a full bath because there is a bedroom down here. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Originally I was going to make this a 1-bedroom loft at home, but I decided to turn it into 3 bedrooms, and that was not easy. This is definitely not the shape or size that I would pick for a bedroom, but it is a remodel and I wanted to make it work. And look how beautiful that wallpaper looks with that bunk bed. I think that looks really pretty in here as an accent wall, and it kind of draws your eye away from the shape of the room. So that is the downstairs of the remodel. I mean, you can't even tell that it used to be a hotel, and that's what I wanted. You know, if you want to use the hotel as a hotel, that's great. But if you're looking for a way to use the building as a family home, here you go. I somehow made it work, but believe me, it was not easy. So let's go upstairs and take a look. I did mess with the mezzanine a little bit, but of course that's not changing walls. But as you come up the stairs, right here we have a beautiful sitting area. I love how that green rug looks with those sofas. What a beautiful match. And then you see those pretty lamps sitting there. And I already see something wrong. Let me fix this. I had this backwards, or that's going to drive me absolutely crazy. All right, that's much better. So you can sit there and listen to music. There is a tablet there on that dresser. You have a fireplace. You have some books there. I think that's a very nice sitting area. And this really was just to fill some space over here with those green chairs. Plus they matched very well. And then this little, it wasn't even a room. It was completely blank. I made that into their closet. So this is the bedroom area here for the parents. I like this a lot with the 2 bay windows on either side with the plants. And then you have the decor and the lights in the bed. And then over here in the corner you have the armoire and one of those beautiful pots. Those green light fixtures that lead you into what I've set up as the nursery. Now I guess as the baby grows into a toddler, I don't know what they're going to do up there with all that railing. Maybe they'll have to move, who knows. But this is a remodel, so that's what I made it into. I wanted to have a nursery. On the other side of the balcony, you saw I put the office area. And up here where there used to be 2 restrooms, I believe, I've made it into 1, where you have a vanity section here. And then on the other side, you have the toilet and the shower. So that way it's a nice family bathroom for the upstairs. So that way for this house, you now have 3 bedrooms. And you don't have to have the big doorway to the nursery. You can close that off and make that into another bedroom like the one that I had downstairs if you want to do that. That's an idea. Or you could make it into an actual office instead of putting the desk on the balcony. Again, options. So that would be up to you if you're really trying to make this building into a family home. But then again, most of you are not crazy like I am, and you don't have stupid rules that you place on yourself to where you can't change walls, so you may not have any trouble with this remodel at all. But let's take a look at where I've put everything. Remember, we don't do the grid on remodels. You see the alcoves up there, one with plants, one with the harp. And you come in, you have the library area over here to the left. To the right, you have the living area there with the stairs and that little bookshelf that I've put in that space back there. And then toward the back of the room, there's the kitchen. You see the rolling cart down there, and then you have that kitchen with the island. You have the dining area back here, and then that big walk-in pantry and the laundry room right here. And then you have the bathroom for downstairs and this very oddly shaped bedroom but somehow it works. And then we'll go upstairs, and you can see how I've kind of done the mezzanine as we go along, but over here is that beautiful little sitting area where you can listen to music by the fire, the closet right there where there was absolutely nothing, it was just blank, and then where I put the master bed there, the dresser area, and then that little nursery there, and then the two-part family bathroom up here, and of course at the end of the balcony is the desk and office area. So let's do another overview of the upstairs, and then we'll take another look at the downstairs real quick so you can get a better idea. And I really did love the pool area they had back there for a hotel, but for a family home with all of those tables and all of that, that was too much. So you can see how I've greatly simplified it back here. So that is my remodel of the Belle Hotel, and I want to thank Alyssa over at Sims Therapy for asking me to do this with her. At first, I was a little grumpy with Alyssa during the first part of the remodel, but she's my friend and she understands, and she was probably laughing at me anyway. But go check out her remodel. I can't wait to watch it. Check out Sims Therapy, that's her channel. And I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tour and you liked the way I made it into a family home. If you did, please hit that like button or leave me a comment. I sure would appreciate it. Hey, you guys, take care. Love you very much. Stay well, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.